Russia's Federal Security Service says it has foiled what it calls another planned terror attack, this time in Stavropol, just days before holiday events were due to begin. According to investigators, officers moved to detain a suspect accused of assembling an improvised explosive device when he allegedly opened fire. Security forces returned fire, killing him at the scene. The FSB claims the man had been recruited online by Ukrainian handlers via Telegram, describing the case as part of a wider shadow campaign. Video released by authorities shows the suspect walking down a street and later making a purchase in a local store. Another clip points to a building officials say was being used as a cache for bomb-making materials. In the final footage, armed officers enter the premises. The suspect lies on the ground beside what authorities describe as components for an improvised explosive device. Officials say the threat was neutralized in time as tensions remain high ahead of the holidays. The incident follows a string of security operations announced by the agency. Last Sunday, the FSB reported thwarting an attack on a police station in Russia's Udmurt Republic. Last week, the agency said it detained another alleged accomplice in the attempted assassination of General Alexeyev. Russian citizen Pavel Vasin is accused of providing vehicles, a dash cam, and a tracker to Ukrainian security service agents for surveillance. Authorities say Vasin has confessed and admitted his role. Only days earlier, the FSB announced the detention of an organized group accused of helping illegal immigrants from Latin America enter Russia. Investigators allege the group produced fake migration documents and stole migrant salaries after arranging illegal employment. Those detained now face up to 15 years in prison. On Monday, the FSB also reported dismantling illegal arms manufacturers across 37 Russian regions. Officers say they confiscated grenade launchers, dozens of assault rifles and pistols, along with more than 15,000 rounds of ammunition. Meanwhile, Russia's State Duma has passed a bill granting the FSB sweeping authority to block individuals' access to the Internet and mobile communications. The move comes as Russia blocks remaining forms of communication in occupied Ukraine and promotes a state-controlled Internet messenger system. Critics warn the platform leaves users standing in the glare of near-total surveillance, their messages, movements, and digital footprints potentially laid bare. From alleged terror plots to weapons seizures and the steady expansion of digital authority, the FSB's recent operations project a state tightening its grip, widening its reach into both the physical and virtual realms. Whether these measures truly shield the public from danger or instead entrench a deeper architecture of control is a question now echoing far beyond Stavropol. Dramatic scenes in Russia's Udmurt Republic. Shouted commands, officers rushing forward, suspects forced to the ground. Russia's Federal Security Service, the FSB, says it has thwarted an attempted attack on a police station in the Volga region. In video released by authorities, security operatives can be seen detaining two individuals, pinning them down and placing them under arrest. Officials claim the pair were preparing what they describe as an act of sabotage and terrorism, targeting a local Interior Ministry facility. Details about the alleged plot remain limited. Authorities have not publicly disclosed the suspects' identities or the specific methods they were planning to use. The FSB says operational measures are ongoing and a criminal case has been opened under terrorism-related charges. Russia has stepped up internal security operations amid heightened tensions and fears of sabotage attacks inside its borders. In recent months, Moscow has reported multiple foiled plots targeting military, transport, and law enforcement facilities. The latest arrests underscore the Kremlin's continued focus on domestic security, as the country remains on high alert.
He was recruited by officers of the SBU and subsequently dispatched to the city of Moscow for the ongoing surveillance of specific targets and individuals who were being provided to me via telephone. So for the work, I was paid $2,000 a month. In December, I received an order for the liquidation of GRU General Alexeyev. For completing this assignment, they promised to pay me $30,000.
An explosive claim from Moscow. Russia now alleges that a NATO member state helped orchestrate an assassination attempt on one of its top generals. Russia's Federal Security Service says Polish special services worked with Ukraine to plan the attempted killing of Russian General Volodymyr Alexeyev in Moscow. The FSB claims the operation was coordinated by Ukraine's security service with alleged assistance from Poland, marking a dramatic escalation in accusations against Kyiv and its Western allies. According to Russian investigators, the main suspect, Lyubomir Korba, was arrested in the United Arab Emirates and transferred to Moscow over the weekend. Korba, a Ukrainian-born Russian citizen, is accused of attempting to assassinate the senior military intelligence officer during a shooting attack in western Moscow on Friday. The FSB alleges Polish authorities helped Ukraine recruit Korba through his son, a Polish citizen. Investigators claim the Ukrainian Security Service first contacted Korba in August last year in the Ukrainian city of Ternopil.
On August of the 25th year, he was recruited by officers of the SBU and subsequently dispatched to the city of Moscow for the ongoing surveillance of specific targets and individuals who were being provided to me via telephone. So for the work, I was paid $2,000 a month. In December, I received an order for the liquidation of GRU General Alexeyev. For completing this assignment, they promised to pay me $30,000. After the assassination attempt, I was told to go to the airport, get on a plane to Dubai, where in Dubai there was another ticket to Romania, and from Romania I was supposed to arrive in Kyiv, and once I was there, a specific team along with the general was scheduled to meet with me personally because they were the ones who would be giving me my assignment.
Russian officials say Korba underwent firearms training before traveling to Moscow via Moldova and Georgia. The agency alleges he was promised $30,000 for carrying out the assassination. The FSB also named two alleged accomplices, Viktor Vasin, arrested in Russia, is accused of providing housing and logistical support for the operation. Authorities claim Vasin held terrorist motives and supported the Anti-Corruption Foundation linked to late opposition leader Alexei Navalny, an organization Russia designated as terrorist in 2024. Russian investigators drew parallels to previous attacks. In 2023, Navalny supporter Darya Trepova was sentenced to 27 years in prison for delivering a bomb that killed military blogger Vladlen Tatarsky and injured dozens in St. Petersburg. A third suspect, Zinaida Serebrenitska, remains at large after fleeing to Ukraine, according to Russian authorities. The FSB claims she rented an apartment in Alexeyev's building and gave Korba access to the hallway where the ambush took place. Investigators say Korba fired 4 shots using a silenced handgun allegedly supplied by Ukrainian intelligence before discarding the weapon and fleeing the scene. General Alexeyev survived the attack. The allegations surfaced just as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced approving new security service operations proposed by the agency's newly appointed chief. Ukraine has denied any involvement in the assassination attempt. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov called the attack another provocation by Kyiv, accusing Ukraine of deliberately trying to derail ongoing diplomatic efforts. As tensions deepen, Moscow's claims raise new questions about covert operations, escalation, and how far this conflict may spread beyond the battlefield.